See, we are discussing the cytosine NMR spectrum, and we are more interested about these two protons which are colored and labeled as HA and HX. If you see this HA coupling with HX and appearing as a doublet at about 7.5 chemical shift delta value parts per million. This scale is parts per million. And this HX would also couple with this or interact with this HA, and by n plus 1 rule we can say, by n plus 1 rule this will also split as a doublet. So one point we have learned that coupling of these two vicinal protons with each other by n plus 1 rule takes place, and n is the number of neighboring proton. So if you think about HA, which is at higher chemical shift, and HX, which is at lower chemical shift, what is the reason behind it? Reason is very simple. This HA or this proton is near to electronegative element, while
Yeah.
HX is it is not near this, it is near to carbon. So this is the one more effect we
Right.
have. We know it well, we know this well, that electronegativity also affect the chemical shift. So this is the reason this HA appear at higher value and HX appear at lower value. This is the one point we have learned. Next point is HA coupled with its neighboring proton. So it's neighboring, on this top there is a HX and here there is a NH. But this NH is what it undergo exchange with this G2O. You're getting the point? Yes. This NH and this both they undergo into exchange with G2O. Therefore, we are not concerning about this proton. So this HA will couple with this and this couple with this. This is a case of cytosine, right? And what is the coupling? 3J coupling. 3J means 1, 2, 3 bond. 1, 2, 3 bond. 3J coupling is the coupling between the two nucleus, and they are separated by 3J bonds, 3 bonds. And remember, coupling is a space phenomena, through space phenomena, not through bond. Okay, through space, they are near to each other. Let us move to the next molecule. Now you consider, this is the molecule which is called as pyrimidine, again nitrogen base of DNA. Now again you think about these two NH2 which are having the what? Exchangeable protons. These two are exchangeable protons. These two are exchangeable protons. So this peak will appear for this two NH2. What is the meaning of HOD? HOD means this HOD means this is of water, deuterated water. We have taken this compound in our D2O, and there the D2O and this NH2 interact with each other. You can consider this NH2, this no issue. And there is a formation of HOD, and here there will be the deuterium. So this peak is of because of this D2, H2, this D2 deuterated water having the one proton. These NH2 protons are not considered here. Our focus is with again with these two colored protons. One is labeled as HA and another is labeled as HX. Now you see this HA having no neighboring proton. You see this is the carbon of this HA, and its neighbors are nitrogen and again nitrogen. Therefore no neighbor, no coupling. Therefore this appear as a singlet. Single. N plus 1 rule, n is equal to 0. N plus 1 rule, n is equal to 0. No neighbor, therefore as a singlet, one line. It's called a singlet, one line. Similarly, if you think about this HX, so 1 bond, 2 bond, 3 bond, 4 bond. 4J coupling is possible, right? Here also 1 bond, 2 bond, 3 bond, and NH bond, fourth bond. Here also possibility of 4J coupling, but that would not take place. The reason is, whenever we have exchangeable protons, remember the point, whenever we have exchangeable protons, the exchanging rate with the deuterium is very fast, very, very fast, very, very fast, then the retention time required for this HX to sense the neighboring protons. You are getting the point. This NH2, this NH2 protons, these two NH2 protons, though they are in the proximity or vicinity of this HX, but they do not couple. They do not sense. What is the reason? Reason is very simple. These NH2 protons, they are exchangeable protons. When you take this compound in D2O, deuterated water, H2O replaced by deuterium, deuterated water. So this NH2 and this both they react with D2O and there is exchange of protons. Exchange rate is so much fast and therefore this HX will not sense that, will not feel it has a neighboring proton and therefore HX will not have n equal to any proton n equal to 0. Therefore again appear as a singlet. So it is clear why they are singlet. Now point is why HA goes to a higher value, why HX appear at lower value. The reason is very simple again. HA is connected to this C double bond N. HA is connected to this C double bond N, which is just like a aldehyde concept. You see aldehyde bond, CHO, C double bond OH. So we know aldehydic H always appear at downfield. This region is called as downfield. This is also called as D-shielded region. Similar case. And another factor we can say this hydrogen of this carbon which is near to this electronegative atom, therefore Ha goes to higher value. What about Hx? Hx is in between these two NH2 group which are considered as electron donating groups, and hence we have a reason here. See, okay. Look at the spectrum. Above spectrum is another heterocyclic compound. Before we have seen cytosine. This is called as pyrimidine. Okay, a nitrogen base of DNA. So you see, it has two exchanging NH2 protons, this and this. Fine. So we have discussed these points here. Right? Next point. Now see, if you again you see this compound again same, that is a pyrimidine. Okay, pyrimidine. So now we will discuss why these two peaks for this HX and HA, they are singlet, not doublet, not coupling. We will see this. Okay, fine. So see, the reason behind is due to the absence of any neighboring proton here, they do not couple and therefore they appear as a right singlet. Now see these two protons, can't they couple? No, they cannot couple. Why? Because we know that only 4 bond distance will be effective distance between the two nuclei. Between the two nuclei, there is a possibility of only 4 bonds distance. Here, how many bonds distance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bond. And if you go to this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonds. So 5 bonds, we have a very clear-cut approach. We have a very clear-cut approach that 5 bond distance is not never allow the coupling between the nuclei. Therefore, we can say they are separated by the 5 bonds. In cytosine, it was 3 bonds. If you see the example of cytosine, there was a here this HA was here, so 3 bonds coupling was possible, and while 5 bond separation is not possible. So fine, right? So see, we have discussed this fine. Now see again why this HA goes to the higher chemical shift and lower chemical shift. Though we can see this HA due to the presence of these two electronegative atoms, it is between these two electron atoms, therefore higher, and this is between the two electron donating groups. Electron donating groups, EDG, amine groups, EDG, electron donating groups, and therefore appears at lower value. Fine. So now this is two examples we have discussed, and we came to know that how they couple and they appear as a singlet and doublet, the reason. Now we will go for uh, the mechanism of coupling and how the signals are split. This is the most important part. We will discuss now mechanism of coupling, and splitting of signals. And we know this, if we know this mechanism, we will be able to deal with any complex molecule, because this concept will take us to a exact structure, to the in terms of stereochemistry. If we succeed to understand the mechanism of coupling and splitting of signals, we can easily assign the chirality of the molecule, chirality of the compound carbon, and reactivity of the carbon, conformations, many things we can learn by having this idea of mechanism of coupling. Fine. Let us go. See, in cytosine, we have seen that there is a splitting spectrum, right? Isn't it? Yes. And we got two doublet. Fine. We got two doublet for two hydrogens, while in the case of pyrimidine, it was not there. It was not there. Fine. Yes. So now, if you again we will if you revisit the spectrum of cytosine, we will not go for that, we will go for next slide. So again we can have we can say that the HA is split as a doublet and HX also split as a doublet. So question can be like that: why there is a doublet and why there is a splitting? Why splitting give only doublet? The question is like this. Okay. So see, for that we will go for the discussion on that. See, suppose you see the example of pyrimidine. You see the example of pyrimidine. When there is no interaction, suppose, so spectrum will be like this. See now, see, if you consider that there is no neighboring proton, as we have seen in pyrimidine, we can say there is no splitting, right? So you see here, these two HA and HX, they appear like this singlet singlet. So you focus one. What is the chemical shift? 7.5 ppm for this HA. Now, by having this reference, we will study mechanism, relative mechanism. Okay. So when there is no interaction between the protons, means when there is the HA do not recognize HX and vice versa, so we can say they are appearing as singlet. See here, understand this 7.5, one bold line. Now go for next one. Now when this will appear? Now see, if we have that HA and HX, now you see in the box, it is very important to understand. This HA, when feeling, we have feeling or have sense, or when HA sensed that there is a neighboring proton to it. Here it was, here in this case, HA do not sensing this and this also not sensing this. Once they have sense of each other, so you see this 7.5 and it was appearing in this case. Now this shifting at higher value, isn't it? Yes. We are focusing only HA, we are not bothering about HX right now. So why there is a shifting at higher value? So reason is in this box. Reason is effect of HX on this HA and applied field acting together on HA. So two factors are there. So remember the point. It's a very basic point. What is the basic point? The splitting of a signal in the spectrum is due to what? Due to two factors. What are the factors? First one is effect of neighboring proton HX and applied magnetic field of instrument on this HA. See, okay, right? One most important point is there. One more important point is, if you see this one, this, what is the meaning of this and what is the meaning of this? This means from basic. We should know basic. This arrow means, this arrow means applied field. This arrow means applied field. What is the meaning of this? This means this proton, which is having the its tiny bar magnet, which act as a tiny bar magnet. It is this signal, this symbol indicate that this magnetic field which is created by Hx also is in aligned with the applied field. Both are in the same direction. Means this Hx supporting to this applied field. This is the meaning, and therefore this Ha will goes to the higher. This is the condition one. This is the condition one. Okay. But what about next point? If you go for, if you go for the next one, now see, you just focus here. Yes, what do you think? Yes, what do you think about it? It means that the Hx having that its smallest, very tiny magnetic field, it is opposing this applied field. When this opposing applied field, this signal goes to downfield or right side. So two, see, we have this third condition. Third condition, first condition, when there is no sensing, no protons, neighboring protons. Singlet will appear. Second condition, this neighboring proton having the alignment with the applied field, right? Applied field. So this will show that its this Ha will goes to the higher value. While if this Hx is having its alignment against the applied field, you see this arrow opposite and this towards upward in this alignment with and against this. So this the signal which was at 7.5 goes to the downfield. So two conditions are there. Let us go for the third condition. Now let us go for the third condition. What is third condition? The resultant spectrum will be effect of Hx on Ha and Ha on Hx, vice versa. So now from these three experiment or from these three possibilities, what we can say, not three, actually these are two possibilities, number one and number